Another one of the connections from I think an interview I heard or saw with you, you were talking about how you get up earlier with the sun, you stay
Well,
up with the
lighting.
sun.
This is
Yeah,
interesting. Now, God, this is a scientific fact that your body, I don't know if you're aware of it, but you create everything all the time. Your body's always making new cells. Your whole bone structures are created every 7 years. Your whole skeletal structure every 7 years is totally renewed. So actually, you can come up with better structure than you had earlier if you start eating well, because you're always getting this chance. And it's just so obvious that the nature of God is all about redemption, forgiveness. When you repent, he gives you a new chance, and so your body illustrates that. And so this is what's so important about um, I'm trying to get we asked my question again.
the sun.
The sun. God designed the lighting for a reason. It's not accidental. And science has shown that your body does most of the reparative work, most of the cell regeneration in the hours before midnight than after. And is there any wonder why the sun goes down when it does? Remember the old adage,
Early to
early
bed.
to bed, early to rise makes a man or woman healthy, wealthy, and wise. There's something to that. And God designed the lighting not accidentally. I so love it where we live here because it doesn't get dark till 10 in the summertime, but in the wintertime it gets dark at 4:30. And so I always say in the winter I just recharge my batteries for the summer because man I don't get to sleep in the summertime because there's just too much to do. But man in the winter I get to bed early and I recharge my batteries and I know this is not accidental. And so here we're up way late at night. Don't go to bed until after midnight. Well, our bodies aren't able to reproduce, and as they would normally if you're not getting the proper rest. So there's something to it.
Now I know the answer already from our last visit, but a couple of people have asked me to ask you, what do you use for kind of pest control?
Pest control. This is a revelation I got that just blew me away this spring. Last year, when the film came out, and it came out at the end of August. In the fall, I had a lot of farmers come here, a huge amount of came, and all of them had the same two questions: How come you don't have mud? This is why I don't have
Right.
exposed dirt. It's all covered. You only have mud when you take the cover off. And then I had this Los Nalo kale growing in my garden I planted in April. This is like, winter. And it's like 4 feet tall, totally gorgeous. And saying, wow, look at this kale. And they all made this statement. How come your kale doesn't have aphids? Ours has aphids. And when I heard it over and over and over again, I'm realizing I should be getting something here. God talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
This is what he said. Everything in nature except the human race is in total obedience to him and in harmony and support of the environment. And I just stood back and like, wow, what a statement. And I took it in and realized, well, of course, everything just from the beginning of time is doing great out there. Nothing changes it. You have earthquakes, floods, hurricanes, fires. It all comes back and totally maintains beautiful total health. And then he shared with me an example. He says, you look at a predator goes hunting for food. He goes in the herds and flocks and takes out the weak, the old, the crippled, and the disabled, because they're trying to maintain the health and vitality of that herd and flock. Insects are doing the same thing. They're only taking out unhealthy plants, so that healthy plants will produce seed and maintain healthy plants. This is by design. They're not mean. They're not cruel. They're not bad. They're totally designed in nature to totally benefit the environment. And I had such a classic example here just recently. I have in my garden celery, and they were coming in too thick, and so I thinned the row. I didn't want to waste the plants, so I just wanted them stuck them in my herb garden. But in moving them, I bare rooted them. So when I stuck them in my herb garden, they were stressed. The next morning, after I planted them, the slugs were on them, just eating them down to the ground. And since I'm in a place now that I'm really wanting to connect with this, what I was told I wanted to watch, this is what blew my mind. In 3 days, after they came back to their normal health and got over the shock,
Mm-hmm.
transplant shock, the slugs stopped eating them.
No.
They were gone. And all that celery came back from the stems and was growing great and totally beautiful, and no slug damage. And I got it. You see, those plants were telling the slugs, I'm not well, I'm stressed. And they immediately went after him. And as soon as they got back to the well state, to the good vigor, the slugs left.
Now, do rabbits do that too? Because we have a couple rabbits that are eating
Rabbits,
our strawberries.
look, get that mole.
Oh.
You see that mole, and it's not a benefit to me. I have a problem with some critters. You know, rabbits, moles. She'll get it. You know, she's just playing out. But get Lucy. Yeah, good Lucy. she's having fun. But so I'm not real sure. I don't have a firm answer about that. But you know, I have this dog here because I don't care for the deer eating my fruit trees. I don't like the rabbits eating my vegetables.
Right.
And so for those kind of things, I definitely, and the cats I have to control these moles because they're hard to. They don't eat the vegetables. They mess up my yard, and so I don't like the mess they make. So for my convenience, I prefer that they're not eating my place, and so that's just why I have my animals to keep them out. You know.
Yeah.
As far as their place in nature, I'm not sure. Because you know, in my space, they're kind of a. It's so funny. She says this. She just totally plays with them.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, she's amazing how those cats find them, you know, and get them right out. Yeah.